Hey friends, I'd like to show you a generative melody system that I've been experimenting with on SoundSelf. Oh, oh, oh. So I want you to imagine for me a table, which is being represented for you here. On the x and y axis of this table are all the notes that have been sung. And each cell on this table is a combination of two notes that have been sung. You'll see here, represented in each of these cells, is two sine waves. Each of these sine waves is the first sine wave, the bass sine wave, is one of the notes that is being sung, either the column or the row, I don't remember. And the other sine wave plays at a frequency relative to that first frequency. So if you've got two notes that are separated by an octave, one of the sine waves will have a frequency of 2 and the other one will have 1. And these sine waves are summed together, and the resultant wave, when that passes a certain threshold, currently 0, both the tones that make up that this cell, so in the octave example, the first tone and the tone an octave above it, produce a sound. So you get two tones played once it passes a certain threshold. And what I like about this is that the variance in these summed waves adds enough kind of perceived randomness, so it doesn't feel like the player is authoring it, but I think you definitely feel like it's responding to your history. So I'm going to add a few more notes here. Oh, oh. And when played really slow like this, it's just kind of nice and ambient. But I can play with the threshold, so instead of it making a sound when the summed frequency of the two sine waves is above 0, it'll be when it's above, say, 0.7. So that'll make notes come less often and last shorter. And as I speed it up, you can kind of start to hear patterns emerge. One of the incidentally cool things about this system is that because the base sine wave frequency is always 1, and it's the summed sine waves that create these little melodies, the ratio between two notes, as long as a cell shares that ratio with another cell, say a perfect fifth, those two notes will always play in the same tempo, which is more musical and pretty nice. Anyway, I'm going to be expanding on this and making it more elegant and beautiful and just plain work better over the coming weeks. But this is the beginning of a pretty cool idea, and I really am looking forward to adding a little more dynamism to SoundSelf's soundscapes. I'm just going to play with this for another minute or two. thanks for tuning in. I'll be doing a blog post either this week or next on how this experiment works out.